I'm gonna be talking about this topic that most of you have been requesting for. Okay, yeah, I it's been a busy summer and I haven't really had time to, you know, sit and sit down with you. But thank God I'm here today. So before I continue, can you please give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new here, okay? I'm still here with you. I'm still committed to bringing content with you. We have more content that I'm looking forward to. So please stay with me and support your girl, okay? All right. So I've been getting this question like, what is it like working as a teacher in Finland? What is it like studying and becoming a certified teacher in Finland? I have talked about this topic years back, but I figured out that okay, so maybe I should talk about it again so that people will understand. One thing I want to say is that the teaching profession in Finland, it's just like any other profession, but I don't know about you. When I moved to Finland, the notion I had was like, oh my God, it's like, it's so difficult to become a certified teacher in Finland. So I thought it wasn't something I could go for. So that's why I want to talk about it today so that you know that is something that you can do as well. But you need to know, you need to be informed and also follow the right procedures, okay? This video will address two important issues when it comes to immigrants, okay, becoming, or internationals. I don't like using that word, immigrants. Internationals becoming teachers in Cameroon. The first set of people, the first set of internationals are those, teachers that like those with the teaching qualification from their home country. So, for example, if you're moving to Finland from Cameroon, you already have the teaching or pedagogical qualification in your home country, or you already have, let's say, a bachelor degree in education that qualifies you. Anything that qualifies you for as a teacher in your home country, you have it, and maybe you have some experience as well. So that's the first set of people. The second is, oh, you just want to move here and start a career, okay, a teaching career. So that's something I'm going to address. In my case, I wasn't I didn't have the teacher qualification in my home country, but I was working there as a teacher in that sense. You understand? So I didn't have a my bachelor's degree was in linguistics and management. So it wasn't in education, it wasn't in pedagogical studies. No, but I also moved here not with a not to study a program in education, but in intercultural communication and administration. So it's like, if you put it together, there's nothing about education there, okay? But I had an experience which gave me an upper hand. Also, it's something, teaching is something that it's like inborn in me. I love it. So I decided to go for it. Now, I'll first address those that are coming from outside Finland and they already have a teacher qualification. So if you already have a teacher qualification and you've been working as a teacher in your home country, what you need to do is when you move to Finland, you have to apply for recognition. So for your degree or your qualification or your whatever to be approved, okay? So when you apply, I'll leave the link to the website, like you get more information. The website of the Opusalitus, like where you're supposed to do all these things, as like concerning recognition. So when you apply, they will ask you, like they will tell you the documents, and you have to pay some money. The process, like it takes long. That's the point. It's it's a long process, but it's doable. Okay, so don't panic. It's something you can do. So all you need to do is apply for that. One tip I want to give you is that when you're already in Finland and you applied for that recognition, you can start working as maybe a substitute teacher or a part-time teacher, but you need to let them know that you already submit your application for recognition and everything, because they always ask if you've submitted. So it's not like if it will delay so you can't work. Some employers will say, okay, you've submit and you're still waiting, that's fine. So you can start applying for jobs as substitute teacher or part-time teacher or like just something in the education field. Now, one thing you need to know is that most times, like 90%, they will not just say, oh, approve, you've been recognized without you doing anything. They will recommend some courses that you take here in Finland that will, like, in order to combine it with your previous qualification and experience, to now make you a certified teacher in Finland. So that's something you'll be asked to do. And some of these courses, it's like less than 6 months or a year. So it's nothing that you can do, and you don't have to pay for them. So, for example, if you want to study in Hagahelia, vocational teacher education is free. If you want to study that in Hamelina, like most of these programs are free. So you'll be asked, and these are things that you can do alongside work. So you can be working and doing the courses, and before you know it, you're done. So that's the legit and the best way to go about you becoming a certified teacher in Finland if you were already a teacher in your home country. You may be thinking, oh, if I can get a job, why do I need this recognition? The thing with Finland is you're not gonna get the salary for a certified or qualified teacher in Finland, even if you were qualified in your family. And also, I mean your country. Oh my god, I said family. That's crazy. And also, I know most employers won't go for it. They need that recognition. Okay. Because now in Finland they even require um teachers, substitute teachers in secondary schools and maybe primary as well, to have the teaching qualification. So they require that. They don't want substitutes with little or no knowledge about teaching or the Finnish education system. So this is something that is really important. I think right up to early childhood education. Now they go with the qualification. So if you have the qualification, you're good to go. Now, if you are just moving and you're like, I want to move and study to become a teacher, this is for you. What you do is you need to specify, do you want to become an early childhood education teacher? Or do you want to become a primary school or secondary school teacher? Or do you want to become a vocational a vocational teacher? Or do you want to become like teaching University of Applied Science or university? So first map out your plan. With you becoming a teacher in early childhood education, that is pretty simple. All you need to do is apply for a bachelor's degree in early childhood education. Most University of Applied Science, they have that program. You can apply to this program, move here, study, and you become, after graduation, you can work in early childhood education field. So if that's what you want, then simple. If you're coming for primary also, you can study to become a primary school teacher. The thing with primary education is that even with, like, it cut across, the Finnish language is very important. With daycares like early childhood education, you have some private daycares like English daycares that you can pick up a job. But when it comes to English schools, there are few, very limited, like primary, secondary school. There are very few. I think in Helsinki we have 3 or 4 that I know of. Yeah. You have International School of Helsinki, you have International School of Vanta, you have the English school, and then you have the European school. And these are like it's difficult to get in, trust me. So to be on the safe side, you need to take your language learning serious, like, because you have a lot of openings. And also most of these these programs that qualifies you, and they are in Finnish. Now, if you want to work as a subject teacher, it's completely different route. A subject teacher is different. I am a subject teacher and general teacher, like vocational teacher as well. That was my qualification. So which means after, like, with my qualification, I can teach in secondary schools, I can teach in University of Applied Science, I can also teach in universities. So with this, it takes another 10 for you to teach or work as a vocational teacher, or in a University of Applied Science. You need to have a master's degree in that particular subject that you are teaching. So, for example, if you want to, I'm an intercultural communication teacher, so I have my master's degree in intercultural communication. And after that, you now need to do the pedagogical qualification, so the teacher qualification program to become certified. So you get, so let's say you have your master's degree already and now you want to become a teacher. What you need to do is either you go to University of Helsinki has a program they call STEP. With the STEP program, it's 1 year. You don't have to pay fees. So with the STEP program, you have a master's degree and some experience teaching, and then you want to focus on that. So for example, you have master's degree in mathematics. So you want to work as a mathematics teacher. So you need to go to this STEP program and do your teaching qualification as a mathematics teacher. So after this 1 year program, you can apply and teach math, be it in primary or secondary schools. So that's one thing you can do. For University of Applied Science, it's the same thing. So you have your master's degree in that subject that you want to teach, and then you can apply to Hagahelia School of Vocational Teacher Education, or there's one in Hamelina, there's one in Uvascular, there's so many nowadays. So you apply to this and you do your teaching qualification as well, and then you can teach that subject in a University of Applied Science. So the main thing is getting in. Getting in is not easy. I won't lie to you. I remember I applied twice for that program and I wasn't accepted. So they, according to points. But after working in a vocational school for some months, that alone, like I think it was 8 months to a year, that alone gave me 10 points. So if you have experience working in a vocational school in Finland, you have about 10 points for that. So that alone gave me 10 points. And I had 2 years teaching experience in upper secondary school in Cameroon. So that also gave me points. And then they combined everything with my master's degree. And then I got admitted into the vocational teacher education program. So getting in, it's so competitive. I won't like to, especially Hagahelia, because it's in Helsinki. Like, it's competitive. Hi Melina, not that I think it's the second, then Uvascular too as well. So getting into these programs, like, this is the problem. It's not just about studying it. Studying it is not difficult. Getting in, that's the problem. Because like it's so competitive. I won't lie to you. So I applied twice. So the first year I applied, I had about maybe 9 points or something. So I wasn't admitted, and then I started working in a vocational school. So after some time, I applied now, like stating that I'm working in a vocational school. So that they gave me 10 points. So I got about maybe 19 points. That was why I got admitted. So I just want to point out there, if you are thinking, oh, this is something I can't achieve, it's not for internationals, you can do it. There are so many internationals that are teachers, qualified teachers in Finland. So it's something you can do. You just need the information, and that's what I'm doing. I'm giving it to you for free, and I'm telling you that you can do it. Okay. Now, to become a university teacher, it's also something almost, it's still similar to vocational teacher. So if you have a master's degree or a PhD in that subject that you want to teach, all you need to do is apply to this pedagogical qualification program and do it for it's 1.5 years. So but I finished it, I completed it like under 1 year. So you can do it, and then you'll be able. So this pedagogical qualification that I'm talking about, it doesn't matter your years of experience or your GPA in your master's or your PhD or whatever, you must have it. That's what qualifies you to teach in Finland. You must have it. Same with secondary, same with primary, same with early childhood education. When it comes to the education fee in Finland, the certificate, the qualification matters a lot. They take that into consideration. It doesn't matter if you have, even if it means you're having a 1 year contract, a 1 month contract, or 2 weeks contract. That is needed because it will help with your salary. When you have that qualification, the difference is clear. I'm telling you. Because I remember I had worked as a substitute teacher in primary, and oh my god, they pay per hour. It's more than half of what you're supposed to earn if you were working like maybe secondary or upper and you're qualified there. So that's what I'm talking about. You may pick up these jobs here and there, but you will not really get the satisfaction because the salary will be slashed. But if you get the qualification, then you'll be paid well. So I advise you, if teaching is something that you're passionate about and you really want to go for it, I'll advise you to make sure you get your certificate, get the qualification. Also, if you are not aiming for University of Applied Science, university, anything vocational schools, primary, secondary, learn Finnish language. Early childhood education, that's even the game changer. With your certification and a little bit of Finnish, you pick up a job. You see this thing, it's difficult. Jobs are, it's difficult to get a job in Finland as of now. But when you have your qualification, I'm talking about those in early childhood. Because anything primary, secondary, it's still difficult to get a job. The teaching fee, it's difficult to get. It's so difficult as an international. If you are not a Finn, getting a job in the education sector from primary upward is difficult. But when it comes to early childhood education, once you have your qualification and you can speak Finnish, you will get a job. So if you really want like really quick, that's why I keep it real on my channel. If you want really quick, go for early childhood education, you pick up a job. Go for the qualification and finish language. You get a job as an early childhood education teacher, be it in the city of Helsinki or wherever you are. They are always looking for teachers. If you go to Google and just type early childhood education teacher jobs here in Finland, or nannies or nurses, early childhood education nurses in Finland, you will see them. They are always there. Because as long as you have the qualification and the language, you are good to go. You are good to go. But with secondary, University of Applied Science, university, you don't even see you don't even see the jobs. Talk less of you, trying to apply or something. So I hope this was helpful to you. It's already 19 minutes. Oh my god. I didn't want this video to be long, but when I talk about things like this, I always want to take my time because I don't want to give misinformation out there. So if there's something that I didn't address, please leave in the comment section. Maybe I'll do part 2 of this video because it's very important. So ask your questions and let me know. And if you are studying in the education field, also leave it in the comment section. Let me know what you're studying. You can connect with others as well. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share with your friends. See you when next you see me. Bye. Have a blessed week. God bless you.